Good evening and welcome to Oxford TV. Tonight's show I'm going to be talking to Marla, Maria Callisen, and also to Singh from Pure Bliss. We're going to be discussing holistic treatments and also looking at ways to get fit and well throughout the next few months. So good evening to you both.
Good evening.
So Marla, tell us about the work that you do with Best Life Basics.
Okay, sure. First, thank you for having me on the show, Emma. Right, so Best Life Basics, I'm a personal trainer. I've been a personal trainer now for about coming up in 3 years. I've been working on my own. I created Best Life Basics January of last year. So I've been in business for about a year. And what I do is most of my clients are middle-aged, 40 to 60, both men and women. The split is about 70% women, 30% men. And, I coach on mobility, strength, and nutrition. Nutrition is a big piece of what I do. And so, most women who come to me, they want to lose a bit of weight, just feel better about themselves, want to be pleased when they look in the mirror. So, I use weights in the gym. When they say I want to tone up, what they really want is to lose some body fat and put on a bit of muscle. So, we use weights to do that. And men, of course, men are very specific. I want bigger biceps, I want bigger chests. So, it's kind of easier to understand.
Yes.
I
guess for women, it's all, they want the small bottoms, the nice tight tummies, and the nice triceps, so you haven't got bingo wings.
Right.
So all the services that you offer then, you do nutrition, you do weight management, and personal fitness training. Where do you do this? Is it at a gym or do you go to people's houses?
It's at a gym. I work out of a gym in Wokingham.
Right.
Yeah, so all my clients meet me there at various times in the day. I do one-on-one training. Yeah, so I'm looking for, generally I top out at about 12 clients because I find, 10 to 12, because I find beyond that, it becomes very difficult to service people on a one-on-one basis. So I'm at about 8 clients now, and 10 clients are ideal, and then they get really perfect one-on-one service. I support. I have a Facebook group, and particularly around nutrition. I have a group of ladies now. They're getting really good results by taking pictures of their food, posting it in the group, and I can coach them that way.
So they're motivating each other, and then you're motivating them from afar on an online basis. So do you offer bespoke workouts and plans for everybody? Everybody
has a specific plan to meet their goals. Women in general are weight loss, so you'd find that there may be some women where the plan is similar, but it's really very specific to them. Because I have to work within, if you're traveling into London and you don't have time in the middle of the day to train, I have to work around that and so on. Men seem to be a bit more, they like to track their food on a fitness app.
Do they? What do men do?
Yeah. So they track the food on a fitness app. I'm a friend on the app, so I can see what they're eating and coach them that way.
So you can motivate them from that. So what kind of app? Was this like MyFitnessPal?
MyFitnessPal.
So you can sync up with them on that, can you?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that's really great. So there's no getting away from you then, is there?
It's that. Well, the only way I could really coach is if I know what you're
absolutely.
doing. Yeah.
And you really, you can't lie or cheat your way through this kind of work, can you? You really do have to work hard.
Yeah.
Do you watch what you eat, Kelly?
I do. Yeah, I'm careful with what I eat. Yeah, definitely.
Do you use MyFitnessPal? Have you heard of MyFitnessPal?
I haven't. No, I've heard of it though, but I haven't used it myself.
Yeah. So you work with. How would you treat your clients that come in to see you with diabetes?
Right, so the first thing I should say there is I'm not a doctor. Yeah. So all my clients have to sign off a medical form.
Okay.
That's just part of the induction process. And if you have a chronic illness, I generally would request that you get your doctor's approval before you start working out. That said, most diabetic patients can't be working out in the gym. It's not usually a problem. Yeah, so I would ask questions about what medications they're on. if there are any other illnesses that they have along with
Yes.
diabetes. Usually you see hypertension and high cholesterol
Yes.
with that. And I also ask about what support they're getting from the NHS dietitian or so on. Because the last thing I want is to kind of be second guessing the doctor and
Yes.
the dietitian.
So, and I guess also if you get yourself to a position that you are worried about them, then you would direct them to a
back to the-
professional
right.
first of all.
Yeah.
And you must see people in your line of work with some
Definitely.
diabetes and obesity problems
Yeah.
with the work that you treat. So do you follow any of the diets, like the GI diet, or do you get your clients to look into the GI diet?
Yeah, no, I don't. We don't talk diet because our diets don't work. So generally, what I do with my clients is I say, okay, you need to eat better, and I find most people know what a healthy meal looks like.
Yes.
Right. So like right now, my these ladies I have in the group, I didn't tell them what to eat, but they're posting healthy meals and they're losing weight. Yeah, so I may propose that, okay, you want to try lentils, if they're tired of the meat or something, I might propose lentils, some beans and so on, which I know is on, low GI,
Yeah.
but I won't necessarily tell them that.
Yes.
I just find all that information.
So you try and balance all the food groups, do you?
Yeah, yeah.
And get them. What about portion sizes? Because I know a lot of the problems people do have is portion sizes. Do you discuss this with them?
I do discuss portion sizes.
Because a lot of people go, I eat lots of healthy stuff, but actually, 10 salads and,
exactly,
four pieces of salmon and, a bucket full of prawns isn't it? You have got to control the portion sizes. That's really key, isn't it? Do you think so?
It is very key. And actually, one of my clients actually shows me that she's moved down to a smaller size plate. So,
it's a great idea.
Yeah,
and I've heard that before. People will use children's plates to sort of curb it down. And, again, it goes back to habits.
Yes.
Habits are formed and we follow them through. When you're a youngster, you're told you've got to eat everything on your plate. And when you're eating everything on your plate, you get a dessert. But actually, it doesn't have to be like that, does it?
No, it doesn't have to be. You don't have to eat everything on your plate.
Yeah.
And then if you get a smaller plate, then that's probably all right.
So you're seeing, so your clients are showing you all their food all day throughout the day. I mean, how empowering is that for them to be able to do this with you, and they must feel so well looked after.
Yeah, they seem
just
to
dump
really
it all
like
on you.
that.
And
Yeah,
then
they're like, look at what I'm eating. What do you think?
There's my breakfast, there's my lunch, there's my dinner, and then and then you deal with it, and then But you're motivating through all of that, aren't you?
Yeah, and I find that what happens in the group is that so I have these ladies. That's what they like to do. I find that they even motivate the other people in the group. Because other people are coming and say, you guys are motivating me, look at what I had today.
Yes.
So we just try different things. That's working very well for them. Some people like to track their food. The main thing is that I need to know what you're doing in order to help.
Absolutely. So you've been doing body transformations as well with one of your clients. And this is one of your ladies who has done some body transformation work with you.
Yes, yeah. So she's she was 50. Yeah, and
she's 50. Wow, she looks amazing for 50.
Exactly, right. So she wanted to, lose her tummy a bit, tone up a little bit, and she worked with me for about 6 months last year, and that's what we did in that time, and she was very pleased with the results.
In 6 months.
In 6 months, yeah.
So you discussed all her weight, you trained her.
Yeah, and she's a vegetarian, so I promote protein a lot.
Yeah.
So it was we really had to work on where are you getting your protein sources from, how do we control the carbohydrates, because she's a homeopath, so she sits all day,
right?
So you're making sure that she's walking in when she's not
getting in her
any
exercise as
and so on. Yeah.
So, and you do a lot of work with your community as well, don't you? So again, we've got what classes do you offer?
So what I did there last year is there's a group in Berkshire that does it's called Eat for Health, and they have free classes around Berkshire, a 10-week class for people with a BMI greater than 25. So those are the people they target. And then they hire personal trainers to help them, coach them on nutrition and activity. Most of the people who come into the group are well past a BMI of 25. Usually they are waiting on surgery, they have hypertension and so on. So we spend a lot of time coaching them on nutrition, trying to get them to manage their nutrition, and then we do a bit of activity with them.
That's great. So you're really giving something back, and that must be very rewarding for you.
Yeah, that's really great, because there are about 20 people coming to the group.
Yeah.
The goal is that they lose about 3 to 5% of their body weight in that 10
And do you think social media has a really big impact on how we look and how we feel about ourselves, and the body fat that we carry or we don't carry?
Yes. I think the thing about the media is it shows people the end product.
Yes, and it doesn't look at the beginning.
And
it's false advertising at times, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Marla, for coming in to chat to us. So you can find details on Marla's work at www.bestlifebasics.co.uk. I'm going to be with you shortly to talk to Kelly about holistic treatments. Don't go away.